are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. Throwing to start the drive. McCann. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Chase Young in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second and long. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose two on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
Apparently this defense is going to play a sack and a run stuff behind the line on the first two plays.
They don't want to waste his outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun. McCann. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but...
Intended for his wideout, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Crawford. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Crawford. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Chargers at 14-1 now on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he lost the football. Goodness, nobody wanting to hold on to that football. 2 fumbles, one by each team on the same play. Not something you see every week.
No, not at all. And you and I both know how important possessions are nowadays in the NFL because there's not much difference between teams. So when you get a chance for a takeaway, you've got to hold on to the football yourself. Don't give it right back to them.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Now a handoff up the middle. Crawford. And this time he is in. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense and something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it'll be intercepted.
Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. But let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
From the gun, it's Walker. Past the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
To throw on 2nd down, McCann. This is the tight end Fant. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a gain of 6.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Seahawks 3.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. Here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On on 1st and 10. McCann. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold on.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Chase Young able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken it around the 40. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And his offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful when you're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Herbert now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. McCann got a man. That's Ayuk. So the completion good for 7 there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. McCann. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, had a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room. It translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. McCann. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, McCann. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just 1 more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, it's Crawford. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulting in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Back to Walker on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, McCann. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCann, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The Charger drive about to get going. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here of the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
They run the counter. Crawford. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Number 7. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd down at 5. Herbert just beat the play clock. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter. But that Not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing on first down, McCann. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Turner. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is
and this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, LA.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2nd and 11. And now here's another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
First target, first catch at a first down. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here we go. Check pitch.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
But so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let him run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They played so well throughout this entire game.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He completes this to Walker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Caught by Turner. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Herbert off of play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. For these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Herbert. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
Yeah, they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point in the game.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win,